Today, the business of legacy baits, hand-built in Wisconsin's North Woods.
Labor intense. It's so hands involved.
Suick's colorful big fish lures once petitioned because they work too well. Think 30 muskies caught in 30 days.
They didn't like it. Back then, that was quite a feat.
People are passionate about outdoor equipment.
Get this, Americans spend $30 billion a year on gear.
But no one ever really sees how their stuff gets made.
That's where we come in.
Made for the Outdoors. Made for the Outdoors is presented by Warner's Dock. My favorite. The game of big baits for big fish. One of the sport's most colorful legacies, right there. A lure so popular, people once petitioned its owner. A fishtail that starts in this northern logging town.
So we're in Antigo, Wisconsin, just at the beginning of the North Woods of Wisconsin.
What once was Spring Valley Elementary School, now the home of Suick Lures, a fishing legacy since 1939.
It's not a new building, it's new to us. We moved out here about 5 years ago. It's actually an old elementary school that we've been able to work into a factory.
The new home of an old fishing staple, Suick's.
We are known for our musky baits.
It's a dive and rise jerk bait, probably one of the first dive and rise baits of its kind.
I don't think there's a better bait out there for pike. We're more than muskies, let's put it that way.
A small team oversees production. It all starts with raw stock wood. This is all locally sourced white pine, literally from like 20 minutes down the road. It gets dried to about 7% moisture, and then it goes indoors, where workers rip lumber down to size. Andy Zelazowski also oversees shaping.
Rough out their baits. Defect the lumber, they cut it to length.
In these blocks somewhere hides a Suick musky bait. They've got a machine in here to find it. So how many laps around?
You get one bait every lap. 4 different cuts. That's your first cut. Second cut, you're doing the head and the taper.
Each pops out shaped like a Suick.
Over here, we're gonna put additional rounds on all 4 corners.
Andy quickly cleans up each core.
Better double check.
Looks so good. Did you fish them before you made them?
Oh yeah. I've been fishing with them for as long as I can remember.
Now complete, the baits head to school. You've got just a few more to do. Just saying.
Yeah, we got to sand these yet, so.
Prepped baits come to Debbie Baker by the boxful.
More than that. That's like 1 row. So this is like the primer before she paints them.
We have to seal them. Once they're sealed, we dip them white. Once everything's white, then it can get painted whatever color it needs to be.
She works in the school kitchen and wears many hats. Meanwhile, Steve Suick works right next door.
It still has to be bent.
In the gymnasium, on the free throw line, I've been waiting to see this process. Stainless steel for the tails on this rig. It starts on the spool, through the ladder, and over to this machine where it's punching just about to a second.
We punch our tails, and we don't do this very often. We, every couple, 2, 3, 4 years. When we do it, we do enough because when we're set up, we just like to run them.
A very loud and a very fun process. Debbie will mount those tails in each Suick.
The holes in the tail have to line up with the holes in the lure,
I see, so
And then
that
that's-
goes in.
and that gets squashed.
Prepped by a lady who doesn't even fish.
No, I just make them.
Okay, let's let that primer dry. When we come back, the story behind Suick's growth. It happened because of a bar, a petition, and a bunch of big fish.
To catch one every day. That's kind of the the intriguing part about it.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Warner's Dock, Aquarius Home Services, Old Dutch family-owned quality snacks since 1934, Walton's, Keystone Light. Here's to living smooth. Celebrate responsibly.
Suicks, colorful handmade baits built in an old Northwoods school.
It's nice. I love it here.
Although Debbie Baker didn't do class here.
No, my husband did.
Suick's new facility, so different from what once was. This is amazing space.
You don't see too many like this anymore. It's we made a lot of baits back here.
Steve Suick shows off the original workshop.
It's part of our history. I think my dad actually made almost all of the machinery in here at one time or another.
Steve grew up in here. He eventually bought the bait business from Dad.
The amount of hours in here is just, I can't even fathom to guess how many hours we spent back here, but it's a lot. It's a bunch.
I love the sawdust. I mean, it tells the story of what this
Well,
was.
there's enough of it in here.
Just another chapter of the Suick story.
Well, I'm the fourth generation. It was started by my great-grandfather in the late 1930s.
Frank Suick whittled the first lure. That bait hooked a real Wisconsin fishtail.
30 muskies in 30 days, yeah.
To catch one every day. That's kind of the intriguing part about it.
Locals did not exactly appreciate Frank's fishy success.
So this is the original petition signed by Pelican Lake property owners, sent to the governor of Wisconsin. They just petitioned that they were not going to pay their property tax until he was not allowed to fish Pelican Lake.
He was catching fish, and everybody wanted to know how. And that's how the bait got started.
It helped that Frank had a captive audience. See, he owned the local watering hole.
We got Frank, my grandpa, his brother, behind the bar with some muskies. Made for a great place to sell baits.
That bar eventually burned down, but the original tavern mirror still hangs in Mike's office.
This is a picture of my grandpa and my great-grandpa down in his basement. That was one of the original shops. That was in the 40s.
He'd probably make, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 a week, I don't know. And he'd sell them for $2, $3, and that was it.
These days, good golly, a few more go out the door with Mike as Suick's owner.
I want to see this grow and then just keep expanding the way it has and see it through, and I want this to continue on well past me.
Okay, time to get back to the bait build.
Now I am putting holograph paper on. It does that. You can see it on the side.
Sparkle, shine. Yes, just another of Debbie's job titles.
All around good Joe. And they get a little heat to help stick on. It helps the decals stick to the lure, and then they go back to her.
By her, Debbie means she. Wait, her. That's Holly Reynolds,
Yeah,
Debbie's sister.
yeah.
Yes, this bait business is a family affair for more than the Suicks.
It's a lot better as long as she stays in her room.
We're super, super lucky to have them.
They're the lifeblood. I mean, without them, we could not operate.
My job is to paint them. I'm a lure enhancer. There, that sounds good. I make them look pretty.
Holly's steady hands airbrush color onto each bait.
It takes more than one coat.
A few moments to let the paint dry between coats.
It's just a lot of practice and repetition. You get good at it. I think they look all right. And with these, the last thing to do is put on the eyes. I do the black spots that the eyes go onto. So that it kind of makes the eyes pop just a little bit more. These are the eyes that go on those little paper eyes. So my trick when I'm putting on those black eyes is to make sure they're big enough that when these eyes go on, you see the black around them.
They look like this. So good.
It has the face then, I guess.
A face with eyes that, coming up next, will pester the older sister. The baits are just staring at you.
I don't do well when I'm being watched.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Finishing Trades Institute of the Upper Midwest, Nordic Legend Saunas, Walzer Buick GMC, Bloomington and Roseville, Forever Barnwood.
Suicks have darn near every color of the rainbow covered. The work of sisters Debbie Baker and Holly Reynolds. I just think that is so cool. In like 15 minutes of work, Debbie and Holly take it from this to that. They just come alive. With each lure now painted,
I'm clear sealing them.
Holly reaches for her pickle jar.
I usually use about a whole jar for a whole batch of lures, so. Putting the clear seal on them that protects the paint and keeps the water out, makes them last longer.
Once paint's done, clear's on, they have to dry for another day, and then we can begin assembling them.
Okay, with painted baits, we're leaving that behind and we're headed down to, who knows, maybe it was like Miss Johnson's 3rd grade classroom. It's time for hooks. Well, eventually.
I'm getting the right size cotter keys. These are for 9-inch. They are what the hook hooks onto.
So we use cotter pins. They come up through the bait, they go all the way through, get bent over once, then twice, and pounded back into the back of the bait. So it's essentially impossible for them to come out.
In here, Debbie never works alone. Do you ever feel like you're being watched?
I don't do well when I'm being watched. I'm surprised
The baits are just staring at you.
Yeah, the bait.
Sammy and Samantha are over here just staring at you. They don't even blink. They just stare all day long.
Well, it's worse when it's the boss.
Yeah. You and I are gonna figure out your work title.
Okay.
The queen of cotter pins, the helper of hooks. This is a practice in what we call the strength of baits. Debbie also runs quality control.
When it was dipped too far in and there's paint on the tail. So I just scrape it off. So they look better. Otherwise they look messy. If you're gonna do a job, do it right.
Now come the troubles. It's kind of cool. I was in France.
Really?
I saw those hooks get made.
Wow.
Sure did. VMC produces a bunch of stout treble hooks for Suick baits. In fact, they make a lot of hooks for a lot of fishing companies.
Quite a few. I mean, if you call 5 to 6 million hooks every day a lot, then we do a lot of hooks.
So Antoinette's job is to look at thousands of hooks a day and make sure they are perfect. She's looking to make sure they're straight, aligned, and made just right. Sabu? Yeah. Thumbs up. So good.
The hooks connect to the cotter pins. You get pricked doing this?
All the time. Some days I have 3 Band-Aids on.
The baits now sit just about complete. After a coffee break, we finish up the build and get on the water. Can Suick live up to its rather fishy reputation?
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Sportsman's Guide, Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
The business of building baits. A real learn for me all over the School of Suick.
Labor intense. It's so hands involved.
There are so many steps. Each bait is handled countless times. Every little single thing you can think of has got to be done, and it's all done here by hand.
And all of the process culminates right here.
This is the last step before they're sent out.
I'm gonna ask you one last time. What is your job title? The Princess of Packaging.
Okay.
Debbie places baits in individual packages.
So the first one I check to see if it's on there right.
If it's good, she runs a bunch.
A lot.
Still, under watchful eyes.
Is that what you were talking
Yes,
about? Oh.
those are your buddies. They're
Okay.
just looking
Yeah,
at you.
They're watching. They keep me company.
The bait's now packaged and ready to go out the door. A legacy bait made for the outdoors.
It's done. It's finished. And it's fun.
It's special, I'll tell you what. The fact that it's come through our family and it's still a Suick and a Suick is still making them, that's pretty phenomenal.
For me, the best part, seeing the baits in use. Although they're so beautiful, you kind of hate the idea of them getting dinged up. Well, until this happens.
Congrats.
Fish catching Suick baits, a legacy made for the outdoors.
Oh boy.